Hi friends! My husband and I did a 4-night pre-cruise stay in London, followed by a 12-night British Isles cruise, and it was so amazing. We have so much to share with you, from flights to transfers, the cruise itself, what to do at all of the ports, and so much more. We're going to be breaking this down into different videos so that we can cover all of the different topics. First up, let's talk about flying into London and getting to the hotel. Now, while most of it was smooth, there were a few issues that we experienced that hopefully you can avoid when you travel. Hi, and welcome to our channel, Mocha Vacations. I'm Carrie. My husband Matt and I are cruise addicts and your go-to travel agents for all things cruising tips, tricks, and real talk reviews. We love to help you make the most of your vacation, from booking to boarding and everything in between. If you love cruising, make sure to subscribe to our channel. We drop new videos often and you don't want to miss out. All right, let's head to London. Now, I don't know about all of you, but we definitely prefer to fly direct whenever possible. I will seriously alter my travel dates if possible to accommodate direct flights, because not having a layover is so much easier. It's less risk of your baggage getting lost or missed flights due to delays, and you don't have to deal with short or really long layovers. It is fantastic. So we're heading to Tampa to fly direct from Tampa International Airport right into London Gatwick Airport. And to make things even easier, we actually hired a car service to drop us off at the airport. We knew we would be absolutely exhausted when we returned to home, and we didn't want to have to deal with that with driving after a long flight. The car service was very reasonably priced compared to parking at the airport for the whole length of our trip. So we're flying on an international flight, so we arrived 3 hours early, which is always recommended by the airlines, to drop off our luggage, get through security, and relax until our flight takes off. Since we have so much extra time at the airport, we're checking out the shops, grabbing a little snacky snack, and then we're doing some relaxation before boarding. I'd rather have extra time to chill before we board than not having enough time to get to the gate. It is officially time to board, so we walk down the jetway and enter the plane to find our seats. I recently heard that some people actually touch the plane for good luck as they board. Is this really a thing? Do you guys do this? Let me know. We ended up booking premium economy seats for our 8 to 9 hour flight to London. However, as soon as we find our seat, which for some reason ended up being in the first row of premium economy instead of the last row that we booked according to their website, I ended up putting my carry-on in my luggage overhead bin, and I quickly realized that the people in the aisle next to us actually put their luggage in my bin. They actually spread their luggage between 3 luggage containers instead of just using the one assigned to them. Now, mind you, they didn't have that much luggage. It was like a purse, a backpack, a sweatshirt, small things like that they ended up spreading out between 3 luggage racks. After seeing me struggle to get my luggage in and out of the bin over their seats, they then offered to switch their backpack to the correct bin, which is again over their seat. And this made it so much easier for me to access my things. Here's my pro tip. Don't be a bin hog. Please put your luggage above your assigned seat and not over someone else's. For short people like myself, it is super awkward to reach over someone else's head to get our bag out during the flight. When it actually comes to premium economy, specifically on this British Isles flight, each row has their own luggage bin above their seats. So you're going to use the one directly above your seat. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Okay, back to the flight itself. We booked premium economy seats since this is a red-eye flight. I absolutely hate red-eyes because I can never sleep on the plane. Because of that, we decided we wanted to get some extra leg room and seats that recline more. This flight is 8 to 9 hours. When it's a shorter flight, we just fly economy, but again, we really wanted to upgrade for this overnighter. Our seats are the first in the row, and it's nice not to have anyone reclining in front of us, but this also means that we cannot put our backpacks under the seat in front of us and have access to them. We have to access them by getting up and down and getting into the luggage bin. We were given a pillow, a blanket, and this little kit on each of our seats, and the kit contains headphones, toothbrush, toothpaste, things like that. It was definitely nice for an overnight flight. We do have dinner service on this flight. I was able to let British Airways know via the app ahead of time that I am gluten-free. So they brought me out whatever gluten-free dinner they had. I didn't get to choose what I wanted. I saw other people getting like vegetarian and vegan dinners, as well. So if you need accommodation, they do have options. Since my husband is not gluten-free, he got to order from a menu. Again, since we're in premium economy, this is what they did for us. I have no idea what they did for people in first class or even basic economy. My gluten-free meal is chicken with potatoes and carrots. It has a side salad with no dressing, only lemon, a super stale rice cake, and a pudding of some sort for dessert. As you can see, it looks pretty good, and I am definitely thankful that they offer me a gluten-free option for this meal. It was just to me though. I did anticipate this. I don't always like airplane food, so I did come prepared with a few snacks. My husband ended up ordering the ravioli, and it came with rolls, a side salad, and a chocolate torte dessert thing. You better believe I ate his Tillamook cheese that they gave him though, with my stale rice cake. If you've never had Tillamook cheese, you got to get some ASAP. It is superior cheese. Matt enjoyed his meal, but he did end up liking my gluten-free chicken and potatoes better than his ravioli, so he did end up eating mine since he wasn't that big of a fan of his own. When it was around 10 p.m., the lights did turn out, and then there was just the floor safety lights to see by if we needed to get up to go to the bathroom or get anything out of the overhead bins. I kept my Bose noise-canceling headphones on for the entire plane ride, and while it was quiet for sleeping, I prefer to have them on to block out any extra noises because I am a really light sleeper. So we definitely recommend getting noise-canceling headphones to anyone that flies a lot. Unfortunately, even with the headphones, I was still not able to sleep much, but I did completely expect this. I've never been great at sleeping on planes, and I am very envious of anybody who can. After a long flight, we neared London. I skipped the breakfast burrito that they ordered because it felt just way too early to eat anything with the time change we were experiencing. Obviously, we are not adjusted to that time, and we had just arrived in London. Once we land and we deplane, we head right to baggage claim to grab our checked luggage. I am so thankful that I stapled blue ribbon onto our baggage because it makes it so much easier to see them when they come around this carousel. We grab our luggage and then we breeze through customs by scanning our passports. We previously completed the required ETA via an app prior to our trip, and we found that it expedited the customs process tremendously. From there, it was easy to follow the signs to the area to grab an Uber. This ends up being on level 3, and it's so easy to get to. I thought about pre-booking a private transfer to our hotel, but that can be tricky because if our plane was delayed, or if it took longer to get off the plane or grab our luggage, or any number of delays, transfers only wait for you for so long. If you're too late, they're gonna peace out and you are just out that money that you prepaid for the transfer, and I did not want the stress of that. I wanted reliable, convenient, and Uber is definitely that. Ubers are extremely popular in London. Since my husband has the app on his phone, he orders us a ride. It's less than 10 minutes before one arrives for us, so we hop in and we make our way to the Hilton Tower of London Hotel. I chose this hotel for us so that we could be close to the Tower of London. It is one of the main attractions that we both want to see, minus the torture areas. I cannot wait to talk to you about this location and all that you can do around here, so definitely stay tuned for another video. We check into the hotel and then we head to our room. We are so tired and we just want a quick nap before heading to dinner, but unfortunately, the hotel is having some renovations done and this was not disclosed before we arrived. Of course, they end up putting us in a room that is directly underneath all of the noisy construction. Long story short, after a lot of calls to the front desk, visits down there, and the concierge, they finally move us to a different room in an area where you can't hear any banging. So after a quick nap, we head up to dinner at the Natural Kitchen restaurant, which is attached to our hotel. It is such a cute restaurant with seating indoors and outdoors. So after a quick bite, we decide we're gonna walk around a little bit, check out what's outside the Tower of London. This is about a 5-minute walk from our hotel. Fortunately, the weather was super nice and warm while we were in London. We are both so tired from not sleeping much on the plane that we decide just to head back to the hotel and to go to bed early. Hopefully, we'll wake up early tomorrow and start exploring London and adjust to the time change. Make sure you subscribe to our channel to catch the next video all about a pre-cruise stay in London, excursions we did, where you should go, what you should avoid, and our fabulous British Isles cruise. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you on the next cruise.